Alright, g'day folks, it's Phil here, Next 72 Hours, coming to you with a bit of a tabletop review today. Going to look very briefly at these BDH High Energy bars, or emergency food rations, or action snacks, depending on where you're coming from. We were the first ones to bring these into the country, and while there's there's a few other companies now selling these, and also bringing in the whole range of flavours, we've decided to stick with the originals here, chocolate, peanut and the plain ration. They seem to have been the most popular, although not wanting to sound bitter at all. I know the other company has brought in the whole range of flavours, and I've actually purchased multiple boxes of all those flavours for my own preparedness supplies. But as far as Next 72 Hours goes, we're concentrating just on these three because they seem to be the most popular, and can't really go wrong with chocolate, peanut and plain shortbread. So these are designed primarily for survival, disaster, preparedness rations, but they're equally as home in the tramping pack or outdoors when you're doing sports. They're very lightweight, they're very compact, incredibly tough, and they provide a large number of calories in a very small package. So good to go in your disaster kits, and great to go in other bags as well. So if, maybe a couple in the car, in the glove box sort of thing. But anyway, let's have a look and switch over to the bars and look at the packaging here. Alright, so let's start looking at the packaging. These are incredibly tough pouches here, so they're waterproof and completely sealed. Look here, they're actually it's a very, very tough high micron pouch here, and they are sealed inside that. Each of them comes with these little tabs on the corner here that you can see, and that is used to rip the bag open. So it's good to go when it comes to that bag maybe having gloves on in a disaster scenario, or if it's cold and you're wearing gloves. Still very easy to operate and to open these without too much trouble. Designed to last long term. They are waterproof, and they have a 20-year shelf life from the date of production. So you'll see this one here says 2045. I've just grabbed a box, some out of my own collection here. This one's 2044, and this plain one here is 2045. I don't know if you can see it up there in the top hand corner. So ideal for keeping moisture, air and pests out, and also because they're sealed or fully sealed, you're not going to get the smells which will attract the pests as well. Absolutely perfect for long-term storage or having in your disaster kit, bug out bag, grab kit or home preparedness. So anyway, we'll get on to opening them up and see what they look like. Alright, well, we're going to start with the peanut flavoured one here. So for the peanut and the chocolate, each of these bags weighs 120 grams. You can see it on the front there, and it says compact food ready to eat. So 120 grams, and that equates to 570 calories. So again, as we were saying, we've got the very tough, you can just see how tough that is, the tough packaging here, and we've got the tabs on the corner. So to open these up, all you need to do is grab the two sides, rip that open, and then you've got your pouch. You can see how it was all nice and sealed, and now when you're opening it up, you've got the air coming into that. So let's take it out of the pouch and see what you get. Straight away hit with that peanut aroma coming at you there. Really strong peanut smell to it. This is only peanut flavouring essence, so we have sent these in for scientific review and testing, and when we sell these peanut rations we do provide the test results there of no peanuts detected, so it's only the food safe peanut essence. That being said, if you've got a severe peanut allergy, take a look at the results and you have to make that decision for yourself. But we do provide the test results with it. But it does smell incredibly strong of peanut. Inside the bag you get two of these, again sealed pouches. Each of these are weighing 60 grams. Sorry. So you've got about 285 calories per bar there for 60 grams. Pretty lightweight, incredibly lightweight, incredibly compact. Little bricks of food. Now, while they are very compact, when you break the pouch open, so there's actually a line down here and on the back, you can just break that open, and you'll see once you break it open, even though it's incredibly compact, it starts to turn itself into sort of a dusty, powdery form there. Once you start chewing, these are designed to be reduced, or they're designed so that you don't require water to eat them, and they actually cause you to salivate a bit, and it just mashes up into a really nice shortbread-like pulp in your mouth there. So they are very crumbly, but once you start chewing on them, that will sort of compact into a really nice paste. You can see how compacted it is, all the different colours there with the different ingredients mashed together. And again, it's in that pouch there, so even if this was to burst, it's still protected to some extent from water ingress. Once in its sealed form, again, 20 years shelf life from the date of manufacture, so 2044 for this one, for example. Still another 18 years, give or take, and that is best before. So you probably, in an emergency situation, can still go further than that. But yeah, that's the peanut ration there. I'm not going to eat them on the video today. They are very delicious. We do have sample packs available, and you can get a sample of each flavour to try out. So we'll switch over to the chocolate. Bear with me for a second. Alright, so here you've got your chocolate ration, much the same, or exactly the same really, except for this one contains actual cocoa. It is also 120 grams and 570 calories per pack there. We put our stickers on here just to keep in line with the food labelling requirements, now that wheat and gluten are two separate labelling requirements. So these are not gluten free, unfortunately, and they do contain wheat. But anyway, something to be aware of if you have an issue with wheat or gluten there. Again, sealed in that double pouch here. In fact, what we might do, we might grab some gloves, whack on some gloves, and we'll see if we can open it with the gloves on. Alright, should have had that prepared earlier, of course, but that is the way it goes. Alright, and these are the gloves we do in our grab bags, which we think are pretty incredible as well. These are the Lynn River drivers proper leather gloves there, so let's just zoom out a little bit. Oh, can't do much more than that. Yeah, proper leather gloves. Going to give you a lot of protection in a disaster situation against glass and debris and stuff like that. But anyway, here we've got, it looks a bit weird, we've got the pouch. We'll just grab one end. There you go. Easy enough to do with gloves on. In fact, we'll grab that. You can see the air start to come into the pouch there as that seal gets broken. And we should be able to just squeeze those rations out. Well, we'll just continue doing it with the gloves on while we're at it. So here you see the colour difference straight away. You've got your 2 bars again, 60 grams per bar, and around about 285 calories per bar. So very dense, high energy there. Oh, straight away, it's a shame you don't have smell vision on these on this camera here. You can smell that cocoa coming through immediately. It's absolutely gorgeous. In fact, I mean, this is probably my favourite of the flavours. Although combined with the peanut, you can get yourself a bit of a Snickers feel to it. Again, got the gloves on to break it open. Sometimes I will just break it in half there, and then we just pull that, and that packaging will open up, and you can go ahead and eat the product there. You can see again, very densely constructed, just like that, and you've got a nice bit of food to eat there. It is crumbly in its form like this, but once you start chewing on it, it really does emulsify and turn into sort of a paste that you can eat, and these chocolate ones are absolutely delicious. So yeah, that is the chocolate food ration. As you can see, if we just put that aside, there's your chocolate, there's your peanut. You can see the difference in the colour there, but as far as the size goes and the weight goes, they're exactly the same. So then we'll move on to the plain flavour, so bear with me. Alright, so finally the plain flavour. I mean, this one's a bit of an anomaly here with the rest of the rations. This one actually weighs 200 grams. You can see it's quite a thick package there. Then we've got that compliant sticker on there for the wheat and gluten. It's well, it's effectively just double the size of the other ones there. So you've got 4 rations inside this bag. Best until 2045, best before. So probably you could stretch that out quite a bit longer as well. With it being sealed, it's not going to be attracting the pests, and it's going to remain airtight and watertight. Same deal though, you've got the tabs up the corner here. Just grab a corner. Well, messed that up. Anyway, there we go, easy enough to fix. I mean, if you were breaking this open in an emergency and you just had a knife, you could just slit the bag open as well. As we open it up there, you can see we've got your rations inside the pouch. You can just squeeze that out like that. And there you have your 4 rations, giving you a total of 920 calories there. So 285 calories per bar roughly there. So very much the same deal as the other ones there. These ones are actually slightly smaller, as you can see. So not quite double the size of the other ones. And you get the 4 in the pouch there. Same deal, open them up. You can just split that open like that, and you've got those rations ready to go and eat. If we compare those to the peanut ones, you can see you've got a slightly lighter mix here than the peanut ones, and obviously considerably lighter than the chocolate ones with the cocoa in it. But yeah, those are the 3 rations. So you've got your 200 grams plain rations, 920 calories. You've got your peanut and chocolate coming in at 120 grams per bag and 570 calories per pack. And they all come the same. They're all in these double sealed pouches of varying colours and sizes, obviously, and protected from the elements, waterproof, and no smell coming out of the packs when they're sealed, so they're not going to be attracting rodents and pests, and they're absolutely perfect for putting them away for a disaster kit, long life storage, 20 year shelf life from the date of manufacture and best before, not used by, so you've probably got a bit of leeway there as well. Alright, so I was hoping this video would be a minute long, but I've gone well over that, sadly. Tend to ramble, but that is a not so brief look at the BDH High Energy bars close up. You've got your plain rations here, 920 calories in a 200 gram bag, 4 ration bars per bag. You've got your peanut coming in at 120 grams, 570 calories per bag, 285 per bar, and the same goes for the peanut, 120 grams. 2 rations, 60 grams each, 285 calories per bar, and all of them are equally as delicious. They smell very strong of the flavours. The cocoa smell is very strong, the peanut smell is incredibly strong, and the plain one has quite a light, shortbread smell to it there. They're very tasty, incredibly tasty. Again, they are quite crumbly, but that will start to mash up into a nice paste when you're chewing on it. They're not thirst invoking, they're designed not to invoke thirst, although you do end up salivating and sort of chewing them up. And yeah, really nice flavour. Not overly sweet at all. From the smell that you get, you would imagine them to be a lot sweeter, but it is quite a mild sweetness and a very nice, delicious snack. If you had to compare this to eating hoo-hoo grubs or tree roots and the likes, I think you'd definitely prefer these over that. We sell them in all sorts of. We've got sample packs where you can try all the flavours. We've got the bulk boxes of 108 rations for the peanut and chocolate, or the smaller boxes of 12 rations, and we have the plain ones in the ammo tins as well, where you get the 12 rations and an actual waterproof ammo tin, which you can probably take the rations out and repurpose that for something else like first aid or whatever you want, really. The sky's the limit. So if you're looking for some great rations, head on over to the next 72 hours. We're more than happy to help you out. Again, there are the other companies that do the other flavours, so you can check them out. And yeah, until the next time, keep well out there, keep safe, and happy preparedness journey to you all. Thanks for watching. Cheers.